Hey guys, it's I'm doing a quick update on some stats and some other stuff. Haven't vlogged for about 3 or 4 days. Been really busy. But anyways, first thing I want to start off with is that I have been adding starch every day, every week, something new. If you guys have been reading my Facebook, you would know that last weekend I had fish and chips. And I haven't had fish and chips for a long time. I mean, even when I wasn't on a diet, I never ordered fish and chips. But for some reason that day we were at BJ's Brew House. They have the great pizza there, by the way. We were there and I'm like, what the heck? Have some fish and chips, I think one reason why I don't have fish and chips anymore is because when I was in London a few years ago, I had fish and chips there and it was so good. I was telling Vicky, Suze, that it was so good that every time I have it here, it's just like, ugh, sucks, So it's ruined fish and chips for me. Anyways, so I had fish and chips, and the next day I actually released point something, I forgot. But that was awesome. 0.6, I think it was. I know that battered fish doesn't hurt me. Now, I've been adding rice and bread and all that to my diet too, and I've noticed that when I eat rice, the next day I do retain a lot of water. And I ate rice yesterday, and I could tell because my face is a little puffy. And I know you guys are going to say, no, your face looks fine. No, but we all know how our face looks, and we know what happens when it gets puffy or when it looks thinner. So basically, I could tell that I'm retaining water today. Also because my jeans are really, really snug. And I'm at the top of my stabilization range right now. Basically, I've been stabilizing between 134 and 131. 131 and 134. And today it's 134, so that's at the top of my range. It'll probably go back down tomorrow because today it's clean eating again. When I have days where I eat a lot of starch, the next day I feel like bleh, like I don't want to eat anything. So I think that's why my body is just stabilized. It's been between 131 and 134 since more than 2 weeks now. So I believe that my stabilized weight is somewhere in between there. I was watching Vicky Sue's her last vlog, and she was talking, and actually I commented, and then she replied and said that she might do one last round before summer. I think we were both thinking the same thing. My goal weight was 125, and my LDW was 127.8. So not only did I not stabilize at the LDW, but I also didn't reach my goal weight. So and that will lead me to the exercise part of this vlog. I've been saying this in all my vlogs, but if you've missed that and you're watching this one, I am not condoning heavy exercising during P3. Yes, you should exercise, but I did P90X full on every day, no breaks for about 11 or 12 days. And I burned out. Not only did I burn out, because I'm not an elite athlete, and that was a very advanced workout, but also I was all over the place on the scale. Like, I gained a lot of muscle mass, and it messed with my head. I thought I was only going to gain like 2 pounds from muscle mass, but obviously it was more, and that really messed with me. And I was like thinking, oh my gosh, am I stabilizing at the wrong weight? Am I gaining fat as well? Or, it was just all these things running through my head. So basically I just stopped working out. But when I stopped, I don't know, my body, I don't know what happened to it. It never really went back down to my LDW. I probably have retained the muscle because I do still exercise. I do still do the P90 2 or 3 times a week. So I'm keeping that muscle on. But I do notice that because I've introduced starch back into my diet, that I've been retaining water on some of those days. So if I eat something really starchy like rice, I'm like bloated the next day. How do I know this? because my jeans get really snug, and I start not so much of a muffin top like on the sides or anything like that, but I do get like, I'm not going to show you, I'm just pulling my pants up because they're falling. I do get like a little like fat, coming out from the backside. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm happy or what. I'm happy that I do fit in smaller jeans, but because they're getting tighter, I'm not, I'm starting to get worried, even though my weight is kind of it's stabilized in between that range that I mentioned earlier. I don't know. I might do a last round with Vicky before summer. Vicky's planning on doing one, so I might do one too. Maybe a short round, and maybe finally get to my goal. But I am gonna exercise still, and I might lose the weight before that. So I'm gonna like make like a goal date. If I do a short round, I'd like to start it like the first week of May. So I'm going to give myself over a month, like 6 weeks, to lose the weight on my own by exercise and all that. And if I don't, then I will seriously think of doing one more round. Why not? Summer's coming, and it's the fastest and easiest way to do it. It's not because I didn't stabilize. I do honestly think that I'm stabilized right now between 131 and 134. So that's not the problem. So don't get worried, guys. You can stabilize. It's not that I didn't stabilize at all and I gained all my weight back. It's not that. But I do think that it did have a lot to do with doing the P90X. So I've been, kind of giving my 2 cents to people who are saying that they're working out, and making sure that they're not overworking, because I don't want the same thing to happen to them. I haven't been exercising this past week because of injuries. Oh, man. 2 weeks ago when I went to martial arts, I jammed my thumb, and I had it wrapped up for a long time. It's not wrapped up today because I had to do a bunch of stuff, and I just can't do it when my thumb is taped to my forefinger. I mean, you really need that thumb, But it hurts. I still cannot open a water bottle, like twist cap. Can't do that. I had a really a hard time. I was at the gas station putting air in my tire, and it really hurt to just pinch the little air thing for the air to come out. So it's not healed. It's taking a long time, and I think it's because we use our thumbs a lot and we don't give it rest. Also, I was playing baseball on Sunday, and I was the cutoff person, and my husband was way out in the outfield, and he throws it like super hard to me so it'll reach me. So I'm looking at this ball. The velocity looks pretty fast as it comes down. And I had these non-sporty glasses on, which make sure when you're playing baseball, wear some sporty glasses that don't fall off your nose. Because as I was running toward the ball to catch it, it kept like coming down like this. So by the time I caught the ball, I didn't have a great visual on it. So it hit me smack dab on the wrist. I don't know if you can see. It's pretty much, it's healing, but it was dark. Right here it was all like dark red and blue and stuff like that. But so I couldn't like do a push-up because my wrist was hurting. And it's pretty much the mobility's come back. It's just my thumb now. So I'm probably going to start working out like tonight or tomorrow, because I bought a new workout disc that I'm going to add to my P90 regime. And it's Brazil butt lift. Actually, my P90X my P90X online coach just bought it, and she loved it. And then I checked out some of the infomercials, and it looked pretty fun. And supposedly I'm supposed to look like her in the summer. Yeah, right. Anyways, I'm going to try. Add that to my exercise regime in the efforts to lose the 6 pounds over LDW that I have on me right now. I do fit in a couple of my 4 jeans. The other size 4s are pretty tight. Yeah, it's time to worry.